Hey guys, welcome back to Never Alone Homestead. My name is Cammie and welcome back to my homestead. Well guys, I guess you've been wondering what has been going on here at the homestead and where has Cammie been? Well, as many of you know, my mother passed away, so I have been dealing with two homesteads. And back in the day, they used to save everything. I had to go through like literally 20 years of paperwork to try to find the papers, important papers, and make sure I don't miss important papers for my parents' homestead, and make sure I don't throw out something other that I just need to save for just in case. Well, thank God I did that. It took hours upon hours, and matter of fact, I'm still dealing with it even yesterday and today, and going through some things that really just needed to be thrown out. But anyways, guys, no matter what we go through, we have to be determined to press. So I have not had time to really make videos, and another reason too is that my other camera messed up. It got a crack right there where the camera was at, and it wasn't taking good videos or good pictures. And then I got another phone, and right when my mom passed, and I'm not very happy with it, but I also got a camera to make videos. So in all that process is that I've got a lot of learning to do again. Well guys, I am out here in the garden and I am getting me some seeds. I remember telling y'all, don't eat up all your seeds. Well, in the process of my mom passing away, I didn't really get to all my okra, and so they have gone to seed, which is fine. Because you see, if you don't eat all your seeds and they go to seed, there's nothing lost. So today I'm out here and I am gathering some seeds. Now I have a whole quart of okra seeds from last year. But just because I got a whole quart of okra seed from last year doesn't mean that I won't get some this year. Wisdom says, in all things prepare. And we're living in uncertain times and into a season that we have to be prepared. You know what? If you're preparing and people think you're crazy, well, you know what? In the end, they might be crying. You know, don't worry about what other people say or what other people think. You just do what is in your heart. So I am out here decided to get out here in this nice, beautiful weather because we've had so much rain this year, and go ahead and start cleaning up. I got to cut the grass. The grass gotten behind. There's so much has gotten behind. But you know what? We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Sometimes storms make us weak before we get strong. But into those trials, into the situation, it is bringing the impurities, maybe some bad stuff, or maybe some good stuff. But you know, we go through the fire. We go through the situation that feels like it's about to burn us, slam up, and feel like we can't take it anymore. But when we come up out of it, we come out stronger. You see, the devil wants us to be weak. He wants us to be feeble. He wants us to quit. He wants us to park. He wants us to throw in the towel. Just like in gardening, when the weeds all come up, if you don't cultivate it, if you don't give it care, if you don't give it time, it will consume the garden. Well, the devil's trying to consume God's people at such a time as this. So I'm here to encourage you. You know, this has been a very rough year for me. I had back surgery. 2 months later, I was taking care of my mom, which takes a year to heal from the surgery. Things got probably worse than I realized, and then suddenly there was that suddenly that I didn't want suddenly to happen. But you know what? God owes us nothing. He's given us everything. He's given us health. He's given us salvation. He's given us prosperity. He helps us to make ways out of no way. So I'm here to encourage you today to say, hey, I am here. I'm trying to press back into my homestead, but I'm also dealing with my mom's homestead and dealing with all the legal actions with that, being an executor. And so there's, everybody kept saying it's a job. And you know what? It is a job. But it's also an area you have to have faith. And so today, guys, when it started kind of trying to consume me, overtake me with having to do this and that and the other, sit down, do the paperwork, I said, Cammie, you need a break. And what my break is getting out here in my garden, in my yard. And I started picking up some stuff, picking up some old soy butter bean bushes that, you know, that dried out. And so I'm here to try to get this place in order and to get my seeds, because it won't be long. We're in October. I think it's the 13th or the 14th. I think it's the 13th. We'll be having frost here into the south. So that's what I'm doing. I got my bucket here. and I am filling up with some seeds. So y'all keep me up in prayer. Remember to stay strong and through your trials and tribulations and situations. Just know that everything has its timing, it has a reason, it has a purpose. There's a time to cry, there's a time to mourn, there's a time to die, there's a time to plant, there's a time for everything. But it's always a time for wisdom. So before I let you go, I want to show you my carrots. Now, I planted these, I started them a little bit early, trying to get through all this okra here. Corn's been harvested. You know, it's harvest time. And so came out here to check on I actually replanted also because I planted them kind of different. I kind of did it a different way, and then you know, not all seeds are going to come up, so you must plant sort of abundantly. But if you look, if the sun don't knock you out too much, you know, I've got my carrots coming up. I'm really happy about that. Some of them are smaller than others. And this is my potato that actually I thought I planted more in here. Well, I did plant more in here, but I planted the way, not the way Cammie does it, but the way Google said do it. Okay, so Google don't tell the truth all the time. So anyways, not all my potatoes came up. This just happened to come up. Now I planted these over here the same. Not all of them came up, but you know what? Hey, if I get 12 potatoes, I'm blessed, you know? So I'm gonna let those bushes dry out, and I actually planted these earlier, so, you know, see if I can just go ahead and get a second crop in, or, you know, try to get some, you know, even though the season was over, go ahead and plant them and see if I could get a crop off of these before the, you know, winter gets here. So I haven't got my greenhouse up yet. Pressing toward that. I tried to hire some help. These days it's hard to find good help, and as usual I always say that's why I do everything. But really the Lord allows me to do things, or let it go through things, to encourage others, to let them know you can do it. You're not alone, and you got the strength, and God will give you strength where you're weak at. And if you put your mind to it, you can do anything. And that's what I'm at right now. I am trying to get my mind back to where it's supposed to be, you know, not in a part of grieving. There's a time to grieve. There's a time to cry. There's a time to mourn, you know. Yes, I miss my mom, but I also know that I have to continue on because she's in a better place. Her health wasn't good. She had very severe back problems. She's, you know, she's in heaven. She's in such a better place than here. And sometimes I have to remind myself, Cammie, stop being so selfish and realize that she is in a better place. She is so much better off. But you know how our flesh is, our emotions is, and it's okay to have those emotions. They're going to come and they're going to go. But y'all, we have to continue on with what God has planned for us here on this earth while our time is here. So here's my carrots coming up. We'll see how they do. I love to have them in a higher bed, but you know what? I just, you know, you don't know until you try, and that's one of my mottos of things that I say. You know, if you determine, if you try, if you press in, if you set your mind on it, you can do it. So I also got to put into a wood stove. That hasn't been done yet. The stuff came in when my mother passed, and so I'm a lot behind on a lot of different things. So I came out here today to get in this beautiful weather, to get in this sunshine. And while I was out there cutting the okra, something told me, go make you a video, because that's something I love. And I appreciate all my subscribers. I know I'm getting emotional, but you know what? It makes me so happy that people even take a moment to listen, you know, to me, because I'm just a newcomer here on YouTube. So please subscribe, please share, please hit that bell so you'll know when I put up a video. And yeah, leave me a comment. You know, if you see something that you got more wisdom than I do, share that with me, because I love sharing with people. Well guys, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna cut that okra. Now actually cut those dried okra. The best way to view your seeds is to let them dry on the plant. So I got a lot of pods that are dried, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut them. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get them out of there, because grass has got in my garden. I didn't have any grass in my garden. So, I just don't want to get too far behind. And actually, I had planned on just letting them stay there. My original plan was let all of them stay there and give all those seeds away. So there's going to be so many seeds on there. I still have that opportunity to give seeds away. Save some, give some. Don't just hoard in this season right now, because we need to walk in wisdom and store up and make sure that something happens that we can continue on. Because God has been calling us and been telling his people since he's been telling us for 4 years, be prepared, get ready, walk in wisdom. He's been telling us because he's been wanting us to be more self-sufficient. You can't, as we look around the world and the Bible is fulfilling itself, the Word of God is fulfilling itself, it's proving itself, and we're walking into prophecy right now. So, we just got to obey God, walk in wisdom and prepare. So, guys, I see so much I got to do, but I tell you one thing, there ain't nothing like the sunshine, and it ain't nothing like dirt up on your fingers. So, guys, my motive is make it a great day. I got bundled up all those papers in there trying to, keep pressing on those papers that I got to fill out for the clerk of court and this, that, and the other. And situate, go sort through things and come and take a break. And I feel so much better. This ain't work to me. This is life. This is life. All right, y'all. I love you so much. Don't forget to hit that bell so you can catch my next video. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Love you so much. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.